There. Hi, I'm Elizabeth for Remotania. Welcome to all our audience members at our panel discussion. It's fantastic to have you here. If I may ask, it would be wonderful if you could mute yourself while we're busy with the panel discussion, so that background noises won't interfere with the panel's answers to our questions. Let me please introduce our panel to you. On your left, top left, you will see Ronwin Bakker. Now, she is a business automation, or she's doing business automation. That means that she will take someone's data and turn that into something that they can use. Ronwin was not sure if she could find a niche in the IT industry, even though she knew that she had a lot of experience. With business coaching from Remotania, Ronwin established herself in online freelancing. An excited client said that Ronwin clearly knows how to build database structures that work very well for their workflow, their business structure, and the functionality they wanted. Next to her is Kendra. Kendra does financial data analysis. She was struggling to find direction when she wanted to move away from bookkeeping. With business coaching by Remotania, Kendra established herself in online freelancing. Making sense of numbers is Kendra's superpower, but that she conveyed her understanding to a non-numbers person was what impressed her client most. And then on the left bottom, in the corner, you will find Ria Erland. Ria is an HR consultant and she's a sales closer. She helps people to succeed with people. She's often called the people's champion by co-workers. Ria played a major role in the success of businesses, but she had a mindset on working online. Although then she could not figure out what to do and how to get started. Again, with business coaching from Remotania, Ria established herself in the online business. Welcome to our panel. You can quickly unmute yourself and say hello.
Hey everyone. Thanks,
Everybody.
Elizabeth.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hi everyone. Nice to see our beautiful Marie LaRue smiling as always.
It's beautiful to have.
Thanks everyone for putting
Hello,
your time.
everyone.
Thank you. Now I will ask you to please mute yourself again so that we can hear from our panel members about the journey, the first steps that they took, and then their first success that we are celebrating today, earning $1,000 online. I'm going to ask my first question, and I'm just asking you to please mute yourself. What excites you most about online freelancing, online remoting? And I'm going to ask that to Ronwin.
Yes, thank you, Elizabeth. Online remoting is just breaking away from the traditional work environment that we've all been used to. And I think it gives you so much flexibility and it gives you the option to work anywhere and predict more of your own time. That's what excites me the most.
Thank you, Ronwin. Now, I prefer the freedom of doing what I want to do and the flexibility of the hours that I want to work. Now, what benefits of online remoting do you enjoy most, Kendra?
I like the fact that I can call my own hours. It's been really handy this week. My dad's just been in hospital and I've been able to run around and not have to beg and plead to a boss and say, sorry, sir, can I please go? And also just being able to take on work that I'm interested in. And if there's stuff that I'm not interested in, I can say no, and I don't feel any obligation. It's the other people that can do it. And that's fantastic. I love that freedom. It's amazing.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, my dad was ill. I also could just go and support my parents. How is the reality of online remoting different from what you thought it would be? If it's different, Ria?
Yes, I think in the beginning I was quite naive. I thought it would be easy and cheap. All you need to do is Google a bit around and you will find something soon and quickly and just get going. But the reality kicked in and I soon realized that's not true. And then I actually started investing in my time and money in training. And also soon realized that was not what I wanted to do, because I did something totally different from what I was used to. So it was a learning curve for me, and says, no, this is not the way to go. It was only after that I actually joined Remotania that I got direction and started moving. The reality is very real. It is not easy and cheap just to get in.
Yes, I can agree. I think many of us tried something on our own and then only realized that we really needed a bit of structure and support from the experts. How has your view of yourself and what you can achieve changed from as you realize that you can actually shape your own future and live the life that you want, making use of online remoting running?
Elizabeth, I'm not sure that you direct that one to me because you just went away for a while. So yeah, the view of myself changed quite drastically. To be honest, I really battled to think, how would I survive in the IT world? Having worked for a company for 12 years, you get so used to, you get to know the people, and then you step into this online world, which I think most of us only know the surface of what is available in the online remote work. But once you start gaining confidence, and I think that's where Remotania comes in wonderfully, they give you the opportunity to grow at your own pace, and you can get confident at your own speed. And I got confidence to up to a point where I actually was able to put myself out there. And that feeling of people are excited to hear what you can offer and what you can do, it's just amazing. So it changed my view completely, and I actually got excited about a couple of things which I think I forgot to get excited about in the last couple.
Having a community to support you and to help you get excited about it is absolutely wonderful. What limiting mindsets held you back initially, Kendra?
So I was definitely a fly on the wall in the Remotania space. I would watch all the videos and like I need to take in all the information, and it took me a long time. I signed up for the 10-month program, and I think it took me like to month 8 for me to actually go, I'm running out of time here and I better do something, else I've just wasted a heck of a lot of money. But the Remotania program has got amazing videos to help you with mindset and imposter syndrome and all these things that you're dealing with. And I finally just said, I've got to bite the bullet and do it. And I'm so glad I did, because honestly, having the Facebook community and even though when you're a fly on the wall, you get to see the people that are actually doing it, and they give you such inspiration. I mean, I watched religiously every week. I just wasn't prepared to get up and be part of the panel all the time, but I was in it to win it, and making my first $1,000 was like, yes, I'm actually doing this. I'm not just, dabbling. It's such a kick, and I would not without Remotania, I promise you.
That's so wonderful to hear. And it's good that you now have the confidence to go out and promote yourself. Tell me, Ria, how did you overcome the limiting mindsets that you had in the beginning?
Elizabeth, when it gets to mindsets, I had a few of them. They were coming and going. Yeah, as soon as I thought I dealt with one, and then I would get another one. And so I think it's a reality for me that you constantly need to actually work on the mindset. Yeah, you need to keep a thriving mindset. Otherwise, you will really, really fail in this. And I agree with Kendra and says being there and even just sitting and listening for an hour to our people and listening to people and how they battle with their mindset. And 2-3 weeks later, you see how they've overcome that. It is just slowly but surely building that confidence and says, but this is the mindset to have, the reality. Yes, the resources is there, but you actually need to speak to yourself and say, use the resources. Realize it is a mindset problem, use the resources and get yourself going and moving forward.
Oh, there are so many resources, but you first need to be part of the program to use them. Tell me, how did you feel when you made your first money online, Ronwin?
Yeah, I think that is just an amazing feeling. I think I made a screenshot and I just shared it with everyone that I know, just to say that, look there, I don't know, it wasn't even a lot, but I was so excited about it. It's just an amazing feeling, and that knowing of I can do it. Someone actually paid me to do something that yeah. So I just shared it with everyone. Super excited. Super excited.
Beautiful. Please describe your biggest wow moment so far, Kendra.
So, I have had some jobs come through from Remotanians as part of the virtual coffee and exchange that I signed up for as part of my contract. But a client that I got on my own, she sent me a message and said, "Can I give you a raise?" And I'm like, yeah. And I got a 25% increase. I mean, how you don't get that in the business world. I was so stoked, and it made my heart just like burst. It was amazing.
I'd love to have that 25% increase, but it's your client. So Ria, based on what you have learned so far, how did your aspirations for what you wanted to achieve in the online remoting changed, or did they?
Yes, it definitely did change. I only realized when I joined Remotania how clueless I was. And then joining Remotania and going through this proven method in setting myself up, I realized that I can do it. And a lot of things opened up for me. I actually also realized that there's things that I've never imagined to do, and it's possible and you can do it. You just need to know how to do that. So the program has changed my whole view of it quite a bit.
That's fantastic. It's wonderful to see how people are growing by doing this program and by gaining confidence. Ronwin, tell me, with what you know now, would you recommend online remoting to a friend?
Definitely. I would definitely recommend it. I'm not in my 20s or 30s or 40s anymore, so we and our generation, we used to working, and we I don't think we want to go and retire and sit on a stoop, but I think it's an ideal situation for everyone to keep themselves busy, and you can predict the hours that you want to work, the amount of effort you want to put in. So I would recommend it to anyone who wants to hear that. It's just awesome.
And it's wonderful to keep on learning new things as you grow older. Tell me, how would you explain these benefits to a friend, Kendra?
Well, it depends on your mindset, because I had to give up everything to really concentrate on what I was doing. Some people are able to work and do this. I didn't have that capability. I have to go fully committed. I'm in it. So I went and I gave up my job and I was, okay, let's do this properly. So I think it depends on where you are and how you tackle tasks, as to if it might be really, really scary. So for me, I at least had some financial backing that could keep me afloat for some time. But otherwise, I mean, it's possible to keep your day job and put your toe in and see how it goes. But honestly, it's so, the space that I'm in, just in my body, is just so different to how I used to be at work. You know, waking up in the morning, I'm like, yes, let's do this. It's a new day. It's so exciting. Doing accounts, it was like, okay, I had my morning routine and every day was the same thing. And now every day is different. And I love that. It's so nice.
Well, it's so good to know that you are excited about your daily goings. There's nothing worse than feeling that the day is too much to handle. Tell me, would you recommend the Remotania program to a friend, Ria?
Yes, if a friend would ask me something, and my recommendation would really be, if you want to go there, just don't do it on your own. Because what you really need is you need the learning, because there's lots of learning, and the information that's out there that's free is not always. You don't know whether it's a scam or not. You need people that's on the same journey that you're, even though we are different occupations, but we are all in the same journey. The challenges are the same in different stages that we are wandering through this journey. And you need the coaching, and especially I battled quite a bit with mindset. You need that coaching to get you going and keep you going. So those are the things that you need. But the one key thing is that you need visibility to clients. And having a community supporting you and getting that visibility is just, you can't do without it. And every cent spent in joining Remotania is over and over multiple worthwhile in doing that. I would not recommend anybody to do it on their own. And I've had the experience of Remotania. It was really the one thing that actually helped me to get there. In all honesty, I don't think I would be working online if it wasn't for Remotania.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. I remember when I needed something done and I didn't have the time, asking someone in the community to do it for me just opened new doors to me. The knowledge that I can trust that person to do that. Tell me, how would you describe the value of this program to someone, Ronwin?
Well, I think, like I've said previously, I think the online remote work, we all have a perception about it, but I think it's just touching the surface of what is available. And when I joined Remotania, it just opened up a new world to me of all the possibilities. And then your mind starts racing because you want to do all of it at once. And then it's like Ria said, you get the support, it keeps that momentum, joining every week, hearing other people having the same issues that you have, struggling to get things done. That is just, you can't do this type of job without the community support, definitely. So the value of it is, I think we can only look back and say, I would have not been able to do this if it wasn't for that, for the online program.
Yeah, definitely. Ria, I'm going to ask you about your biggest fears. What held you back when you started out in online remoting?
I think when I started out in online remoting, starting getting some direction on SIS, but I had a career of 30 plus years and I've done well in my career and I really enjoyed working as an HR manager for different companies. And then suddenly I came here, and now I had to actually do something different, because there's a lot of unlearning also to happen when you go online. You need to unlearn certain behavior, because we are programmed to do a job. When you go online, you work and you are offering a service. So it is a total different mindset. And that really scared me, and says, but will I be able to do this? You know, can you teach an old dog new tricks? And the main thing is you must just be aware of it, that these fears doesn't escalate. If you leave them to escalate, and they can snowball, and it becomes an anxiety. But fortunately, I joined the professional program, and I had my session with Mariana, and she was quite straightforward to me, and she's just get going now. So yeah, I do appreciate that. It was a bit of a shock for me at that time. It says, okay, but it kicked me into gear, and I started working on my fears and getting over it. And yeah, you need the little successes to actually help you going forward. But yes, you do get over it. Being part of the community, being in a professional program really assisted me to get over those fears.
That's so good to hear. Now I want to hear from the fly on the wall. How did you break away from your biggest fears about online remoting?
I actually had a conversation with Mariana, and as she's very good at kicking you in the bum when you need it. She gives it to you straight. No, there's no sugarcoating. So yeah, it's a case of you're running out of time, and if you want to get value out of it, you've got to actually do something, because there's only so much time I can give you, and then it's done. So now get your A into G, please, which I duly did.
I so agree with that. Tell me, Ronwen, are there still things holding you back that you want to work on to create more success?
Yeah, Elizabeth, I think there's lots. Wanting to do everything, that might be the biggest problem. And I think you get to a point where you need to realize you need to stop gathering information, and you just need to take the first step. That is, whether that means you need to get a kick somewhere from someone or whatever, you just need to start doing something. And yeah, we just need to take the first step, put yourself out there. As difficult, I mean, I can imagine, I can remember the first time I wanted to post something on the Facebook group. I think I read that message 100 times, and then I cleared it, and then I did it again. So there's a lot of insecurities, but then eventually you just press that button and you just do it. And then, yeah, things happen. The next time it's easier.
Definitely. I know one of my biggest challenges, it's always been to stop volunteering and to ask people money for the work that I'm doing. I'm so grateful that I'm slowly beginning to learn that. Tell me, Ria, how has the program helped you to overcome some of the challenges that you had at first?
I think to start off, the start where you start in the program is where you actually take some time and take stock, if I can put it in that way, and says where you take stock of what it is that you want to do, and then also revisit your talents and your skills and expertise, because getting to a crossroad where I was, and it says you start losing the confidence, and what you need is to actually build that confidence again. So working through and then getting an overview of the whole landscape, seeing what is there, and getting to grips with what is the realities and what is possible, that these transcription and all of some of the other jobs is not the only options for you there. And then you start building that confidence again, and says the expertise and talent that you have, you can apply that you can see how you can apply a learning that you can apply that. And there's not a one-size-fits-all solution to this, because fears comes and go. It is really just a mindset and the support of the community to work them all the time.
Yes, definitely. Ronwin, how did you hear about the Remotania program?
Well, in my journey to find another job, I was looking at different ways, and I think the advert popped up during one of my sessions on the internet, and I have previously heard this, and then I tried to ignore it, and then it popped up again, and then I I heard Mariana's voice, and I heard the accent, and I could immediately relate, and I just knew that was something that I had to consider. So yeah, I got that pop up on the internet.
That's so good to hear. What motivated you to join the Remotania program, Kendra?
So yeah, Mariana had stalked me on Facebook, YouTube rather, and again, the accent definitely, being South African, you're like, this person kind of gets me. And then when I watched the webinar, it's just her no nonsense, straightforward. She doesn't promise you the moon. She hasn't got adverts showing the limousines and the luxury houses and all this nonsense that you get when you see online and and I just felt like this was a person that was giving me cold hard facts, and there's going to be work. You're going to have to like step up, but I will be there. And she has been. Her program is very straightforward. It's like there are steps that you can follow. That you guided. You are guided. And if you're in the 10-month program, if you can go that route, I promise you, you will not regret it. There's a lot of I made that money back. I really have. It wasn't something that I regret at all. It's amazing.
Yes, definitely. I think this is something that we should ask to the HR person. Do you think clear communication with clients is important?
Yeah, definitely. I'm really passionate about communication, and how communication is absolutely necessary, and even more so in the online world, because one of your keys in the remote world is work success. So when you work online, you need to actually be very clear in expectations and what you promise, so that those two meet, and you can have a good performance evaluation in the old work, if I can use the old jargon. So yes, definitely, even so, and also it is important that you are able to communicate with other people in things that you are work with. So people that you can collaborate with. So it is clear communication when you work with a client, but also collaboration in between the community members is very, very valuable.
Yes, whether you are giving them the work that they've asked for, or whether you need a bit of extension or any other thing, I think clear communication is really important.
Absolutely.
Kendra, I want to talk about your long-term goals. Now that you are experiencing success, what are your online remote work goals for the next 3 years?
So I've joined the incubator group with Mariana, which is for online businesses. So I'm hoping to launch and become a financial coach and teach people business literacy. So it gets me out. The whole idea was to get me out of the South Africa market and into an international sphere, because the first module, she's like, plan, what is your dream life? And my dream life needs dollars. So I want to be able to travel and that kind of thing. So I want to be in the international market and not pocket myself in South Africa. So yeah, that's my plan. And she really does help you reach the world.
Yes, definitely. And also for me, who immigrated, it helps quite a bit that I could immediately step into a work and not so, I didn't need to be so stressed about finding a job here immediately. Tell me, Ron, when you talked about your view of yourself, how has your view of yourself changed for the future of your online remote journey?
Oh, my view has changed a lot. Like I've mentioned previously, I'm so excited. I just want to step in and do everything at once. But as Mariana has told us, you just finish the one thing and then you move over to the other. So I'm extremely excited to be able to grow, first establish myself as a sort of the freelancer, and then definitely going into an online business where I can work from anywhere. As you've all known, my husband is in Abu Dhabi, I'm in South Africa, so that gives me the opportunity to just not worry about taking leave to reconnect and visit. I definitely want to go into online business where I can give back all the years of experience that I've gained in the IT world.
Oh, wonderful. I'm going to ask the last question before I hand over the floor to Marie. But I think you can all three answer this. Which aspect of the Remotania coaching program helped you most on your journey to success in online remoting? And I think we'll start with Kendra and then Ronwin and then Ria can wrap up.
It's the whole basket, really. I can't really pinpoint one thing. I mean, I needed the mindset coaching, and I needed to the step-by-step on how to build a freelance career and your niche and all that kind of thing. So there's nothing specifically that can go, that is it, because the whole program is just built to make you succeed. It really is.
Ronwin?
Yeah, I think joining the program and just taking a step back and reevaluating what you can offer and what you're capable of, and even if it's just a small thing, it's good enough. And having that support, and Mariana giving me my first job, that was just a kickstart that I don't think you'll ever get if you're not part of this. I mean, if we with our weekly sessions, I think everyone that's here that's starting off as a freelancer, I think that's the difficult part, is to get going and get that first contract. So having had that from the online community and good advice from people who has been there and they made it, that was just invaluable.
So true. And Ria, your the aspects that you value most.
Elizabeth, I agree with Kendra and Ron says it is the basket, but because you need every aspect of it. You need to understand what it is that you want to do. You really need to get to know what is out there so that you can choose what is the one thing that will take you there. And then importantly, it is to actually set yourself up. There's so many pitfalls and rabbit holes when you start looking for information as to what is important when you set yourself up. But really key is being in a supportive community, being in this program while you're implementing, because there's no way that you can know what is all the answers you need when you start with this. So you actually need these answers to these questions to be answered as you move along. And the program of 10 months is really absolutely valuable while you are busy doing it, because that's when you need the support and help.
Yes, although we saw some people in the shorter course also just exploding with what they're doing online. But I also found the best value in staying on a little longer. Thank you so much to our panelists, Ronwin Bakker, Kendra Friedland, and Ria Erlang. I'm now going to hand over the floor to Marie-Therese. She will tell you a little bit more about the program. Marie
and of course it's the mute.
yes,
Thank you so
I
much,
quickly want
Elizabeth.
to pin you before you start. Let me just quickly pin you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we've been so aware of the muting that when we need not to be muted, that's another lovely challenge of online remote work, right? The famous mute button. Elizabeth, thank you. And I think we can all give our panelists and our host, Elizabeth Foyer, a big virtual hand for such an informative and inspiring session. Thank you very, very much for coming to share your success today and sharing your journey, because that it certainly is. In case you missed the introduction at the beginning and you've just joined us, we were hosted today by Elizabeth Foyer. Elizabeth is a brand storyteller who connects brands with their customers through her writing, her interviews, her podcasts, videos, and more. And an example of that, of course, is what she does for Remotania, as she has done today, bringing a connection between a brand and the people who need to know more about it, its internal and external community. And then you also met Ronwen Bakker, who is a business and data analyst. And in this role, Ronwen bridges the gap that there exists between business and technology so that business owners can focus on their core business needs. And then you met Ria Erlang, an HR consultant and a sales closer who helps you to succeed with people. Then there was Kendra Friedland, who started her online remoting journey with Remotania as a freelancing financial data analyst. And she recently joined the Remotania Business Incubator program and has since launched her own business, MoneyMine Financial Consulting or Financial Coaching. So in case you've been wondering if you can only freelance with online remoting, actually there is a whole scope of possibilities, from freelancing to online remote employment to actually starting and scaling your own business. And Remotania is a gateway to all those possibilities. Now, if you've been in the chat and you've had a question, you might have had a response from Annemarie Sillier, another Remotanian who is a customer retention, customer relationship, and customer experience expert. And what she does is keep customers not only happy, but coming back because they absolutely adore the brands they are customers of. That is her superpower, and one that she's been developing through Remotania. Then behind the scenes, the mastermind behind Remotania is Mariana van der Walt, an innovation and entrepreneurship expert who brings the Remotanians her extensive expertise in online remote work success. She not only helps people to start online remoting so that they can build a career, she also shows businesses how they can leverage the new world of online remoting to accelerate and scale their business success. So all that expertise is available in a Remotania. And then maybe I should introduce myself as well. My name is Marie Leroux, and I joined Remotania roughly 11 and a half months ago. So I'm going for my 1-year anniversary. And if I said to you that Remotania changed my life, that wouldn't be entirely true. I can very fairly say that Remotania saved my life. It made a turnaround difference in my career, and it made tremendous things possible for me in my personal life. And now, from going from freelancing to also building a business that can sustain itself. Why? Because of all the expertise that I've gained from Remotania, and also what Remotanians and other online remoters can do for a business, because Remotania shows the way to how to do it. And that's why it's worth saying to anyone here today that if you listen to all these professionals that you met today, it's very clear that they've got a bucket load of talent. They've got immense skills that they've been building over their whole careers. What they did not have was the knowledge, the inside insights, the coaching to refine their offering. and the community to support them that Remotania gives. It was Remotania that empowered them to make it happen. And if you're here today, you must be thirsty for the freedom, the flexibility, and the future that online remoting can give you. Am I right? But before you take that leap, you're also a sensible person and you want to know that it's safe. You want to know that you have the path to online remoting success mapped out in front of you, step by step. You want to know that you can't go too far wrong. Is that right? And what about being able to accelerate your online remote work success, avoiding the traps that you heard about today, busting the hurdles, and stacking all the odds in your favor so that you really can live your dream? That's where you're at, isn't it? You have learned so much in the past hour about how to go take those first steps in online remote work success. But you also heard from every single panelist that they tried it alone. It's not an easy road. And without the guidance that they received in Remotania, they would still be struggling. If they would not be struggling, that might have been because they would have given up. It was Remotania that helped them to make it happen. So I'm sure you would like to avoid the traps. You'd like to avoid the detours, the trial and the error that is all on the way to online remote work success. And today you have an opportunity to take the shortcut. We know that you're someone who can succeed in the online remote work world. How? Very simple. You're here right now. You've made the appointment with yourself to be here. You've given yourself this time. You've shown up and you've been taking action. We know you've got what it takes, but there's something you don't have, not yet. The inside knowledge of how to make it happen, the expert coaching to help you refine your skills and your offering so that there is a market ready, craving for you, believing that you're the answer to their prayers. So that can all make a difference. And that is really the formula to online remote work success. If you take consistent action, it works. Would you like the formula? We're talking about access to the Remotania Professional Coaching Program. And that gives you, first, the complete 6-module video course that guides you through every step of the remote work success formula at your own pace. Secondly, a library of online multimedia resources that covers various aspects of online remote work. And third, a collection of training videos from expert coaches around the world. And it has everything from mindset coaching to a how-to series on digital skills that can help you succeed online. Also, 2 weekly group coaching sessions where you can access live coaching online, or you can watch the recording after. And the 5th is that you have access to the Remotania online community, this thriving tribe you've been hearing about of the online remoters who are ready to support you with advice, with collaboration, and they might even be a source of contracts and client referrals. But, I have to say it, there is indeed more. You've heard of the whole basket that everybody is raving about in Remotania. Apart from all this, you also have a 6th advantage. You get publicity for your work when you reach certain milestones. You heard earlier in the chat that people are saying, yes, visibility is everything. And if you have a community like Remotania behind you, you actually can achieve that visibility. Also, a 7th point, a guaranteed first contract so that you know there is work waiting for you. And what's more, you've probably heard that many of these remoters started with something and found they needed to adjust their course. How to do that? Well, in the Remotania professional coaching program, there is a one-on-one coaching session with an established online remoting expert who can help you to refine your offering. And then some of you might be thinking, well, maybe freelancing is not where I want to be. I've got big plans. I've got a business, or I want to scale a business. And that is the opportunity that you have in the exclusive Remotania Business Incubator Program. To get to the Remotania Business Incubator Program, the gateway is the Remotania Professional Coaching Program. So in short, that Remotania Professional Coaching Program gives you everything you need to accelerate your journey to online remote work success. It is our highest value offering as yet, and it has consistently delivered the best results for Remotanians. So this is your chance to make it happen. In a moment, you're going to get the link to a very special one-time only offer to join the Remotania tribe at a significantly discounted rate. If we know that being a good online remoter is about taking action, so if you do take action in the next 24 hours, just 24 hours, Remotania is not going anywhere after 24 hours. But your professional time, your very, very valuable moments by moments by moments are going somewhere. The truth is, for all of us, the clock is ticking on our dreams. This is your chance. Why wait? Just imagine what it would be like if you could be living your dream, because you have that thriving online remote work career in place. Are you ready to make it happen? There is just one more thing. You've heard that the Remotania Professional Coaching Program is the very highest value offering, and it has consistently delivered the best result for the Remotanians in our program. But maybe you feel you're not quite ready to spread your wings and make such a big commitment. You maybe just want to put a toe in the water, or you want to see if online remoting really is for you. So we've got you. If the Remotania Professional Coaching Program is a bit ambitious for you, you'll find the other options to suit your aspirations, your schedule, and your budget, and you'll find them all at the link. But do keep in mind that for the very best results in the shortest time, the Remotania Professional Coaching Program tends to yield the best results. No wonder, it enables the highest level of support for you and the highest level of commitment. So, shall we unleash the link? The good news is that link is waiting for you in your email inbox. So you have registered for this session with an email address, and at that email address, you will find an email from Remotania, and it includes the link as well as a discount code that you can use to get that significant discount in the next 24 hours. Remember to make use of the email address you registered with and that discount code at the link. You'll also find the link in the chat, and Anna-Marie, if you can share that link in the chat, you can go straight there. Thanks so much, Anna-Marie. And you can make use of the discount code, make it happen. It's right behind me. And if you're a little bit lazy, you can even scan the QR code to get straight to the link. Now, just one thing to remember, that very, very special offer is only valid for the next 24 hours. So you will want to make it happen together with this Remotania tribe without delay. After that, you can always join the Remotania tribe at the usual rate, but there's more at stake here than just a discount. This is about your future, your destiny, and your dreams. Why delay another day? This is your chance. You have shown that you've got what it takes. And you deserve success, don't you? You deserve freedom, and you deserve to live your dream. Oh yes, you see in the chat, Anna Marie says that's better than any Black Friday special. What Black Friday special is going to give you access to your dreams? This is your chance. From all of us in the Remotania tribe, we applaud you for showing up, for believing yourself, for taking action. We can't wait to see you take your first steps to online remote work success. Take action, click that link, and we'll see you on the inside. In fact, we might even see you on the next panel discussion. For all our panelists today, thank you so much for your incredible input. Congratulations on those very successful first steps. For the Remotanians with us today, we love having you with us, and we are so excited about keeping your journey on track as you build your online remote work career. And if you're not a member of the Remotania tribe yet, go check your email inbox and let's help you to connect with this tribe to go build your online remote work career. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you in the inbox. One more helpful link, if you should really run into any kind of issues and you're not at all sure what to do, in the chat, you will also find the email address to the technical team of Remotania. So if you cannot find that email, you cannot get through to the link, or you absolutely don't know what to do, support@smalltownfutures.com will give you a hand. Thank you all so much for joining us. We'll see you on the inside.